My bad for not continuing the Smack Volume 3 recaps. Okay, so I'm here to recap bar for bar Geechi Gotti versus K-Shine. Round 1, Geechi goes first. Nigga, you's a bitch, and I'm here to prove that. In front of all that vouch you. Get loud in here tonight, I'ma smack the volume out you. Thought that was fire. We at Smack Volume. Okay, he said get loud, I'll smack the volume out you. Next bar. I had tougher competition. If we talk about matches against Ward, AI didn't show up, but what we talking about? Practice? This nigga's an actress, and he ain't never faced this kind of pressure. I don't even think Shine real. He need a diamond tester, iron stretcher. Y'all gonna find K laid out with his forehead open. Coroner showed up. I'm like, what y'all waiting on? Y'all already know K's slogan. Woo! You know, with Coroner, they come with the body bag, and K's slogan is zip them up. So he gonna be zipped up in a body bag. Thought that was fire. Then I like in the beginning when he said AI didn't show up. You know, A Ward, remember he battled A Ward and he lost. So he's like, that was practice. Thought that was fire. Next bar. I'll toss the pound. It's a throwaway pistol. You just had a battle with Jay. I'll make you battle the blade. You can't fuck with me. Get cut swiftly. Think bankrupt how he went from Mills to $150. So remember K-Shine battled Jay Mills on RBE card. Okay, but he met Mills as an M-I-L-L-S, which means millionaire. So how he went from Mills to $150. $150 could either be $150 on the side of his face or $150. And I believe Geechi got $150. Next bar. The AR had that look on his face torn off. Next time he chuck up the X, y'all be in a casket with his arms crossed. This a body. After this, niggas won't hear from him. That black bag you getting ain't champion of the year money. Listen here, dummy. All that click shit and battle rap, I ain't feeling it, cuz you niggas was fighting over Twerk like it was only one bitch in the club. Thought that was fire. Cause you remember Twerk supposed to have joined NWX, but later say he's not with NWX. Even though NWX wasn't fighting for him, it's still a good angle, and that's what I predicted in my prediction blog, that he should use that angle, which he did. Then I like when he said that black bag you getting ain't champion of the year money. He's talking about black bag as in a body bag. So I thought that, and black meaning J Black, champion of the year. Next bar. Another 6 foot, oh them the bars y'all waiting on, bow. Lower his casket so he can be 6 foot like the niggas you been hating on. That's on set. Do you niggas believe in a parallel man? Word to Danny, I do, nigga. The non-spitting is crazy, he died at night, but his fam still in mourning like it's a time difference. Fire. Now you know it's 2 different mornings. The sun come up, that's M-O-R-N-I-N-G morning. When you mourning over a death, that's M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. Fire. Next bar. Every battle he attempt to fight. At 16, I was fighting an attempt, nigga. True story. Can't tell me how I'm gonna shoot. Detectives question me about murder. Said, bitch, I don't know Mook. Thought that was fire. You know murder Mook. But I love when he said, you always attempt to fight. Nigga, I was fighting an attempt. Thought that was fire. Meaning he was fighting for his life, but you always attempting to fight. Next bar. The non-extended. Bitch long as a musket. Just saying this, bitch came with a dick like them trainees you fuck with. That was another prediction I did, that he could use the angle about the trainees, which every other battler used. Next bar. Yeah, I appreciate this good shit this rap shit does, but think Twerk. I can always go back to Jack and drugs, meaning he could always go back to selling drugs, but he put Twerk name in it, Jack name in it, Jack one name, and drugs, which is all a part of the Goonies. So that was a Goonie scheme, pretty clever. So in this round, Geechi did kind of start off slow. He stumbled a little bit in one of the bars, because one of the bars he said it like 2 or 3 times, I noticed. But he still had good bars, he still had good performance, and great believability. Alright, so now we want to go with K-Shine, round 1. I said, yo! Arm up on the champ like Rocky hit the old steps. If I don't win, I wet champion and the winner till they get cold sweats. Gold check. You had New York rocking with you, and the whole West. Nigga had the gas on both sides like a road test. Thought that was fire. I like when he said arm up on Champ like the Rocky hit the old stats. Remember Rocky, okay, he was a champ in the movie, Rocky, okay, he was a boxer, and his, coach had his hand on his, arm on the Champ, okay, and I like when he said the winter till they get cold sweats, but that was a play on words, and he meant in the winter till they get cold sweats. And then I like when he said he had gas on both sides like the road text. Next bar. This is pretty long, bear with me. Now, he's pretending to act like he's Geechee in his first line. I can't let you get this, cuz that's on the whole set. Nigga, I wasn't trying to take your turn. You get to go next. You heard 3 rounds of Mills and told that nigga he was ready. Nigga, you's a bitch. Ruger clip. If I sneak a cat on his back like Puma kicks, you would get band-aids and half a mask like the lunatics. ... Move the kids. I even nicotine in the hand. Let's see who can stick. But that was fire because he had a lot of play on words too. Okay, I love when he said band-aids and half a mask like the lunatics. Remember the group, the lunatics? Nelly was in that group. He used to always wear the band-aids on his face. And then I like at the end when he said move the kids, I even nicotine in the hand. But he meant that's a play on words. You could nicotine like a teenager, or nicotine, smoke, cigarettes. Let's see who could stick. Like, let's see who could stick, or hookah stick. You know what a hookah is, when you smoke out of a hookah. Next bar. I'm in the vapors now. I'm finna get all you smoke. Rest in peace to the cuz. Be all you post. Feeling froggy to something licking fly until all you croak. So you know what flies do. I mean, not flies, frogs, with frogs. He said feeling froggy, then something lick and fly until all you croak. And with frogs, they stick their tongue out to catch flies. So I thought that was a nice bar. Next bar. Boy, I'm about to do your mother's son bad. Like always feeding the other one last. Effing left back like he wasn't on task. Watch for anybody with him. You see another gun blast. Pound on the side of coffee mug like the #1 dad. But he meant pound on the side of your mug, meaning your head. But I know that there are mugs that say #1 dad with the pound fist thing on it. So that was a fire bar. A very creative bar. Next bar. For helping Mills, riding with niggas you don't even know like a carpool. Bird clapping off his roof, Alonzo with the power rules. Cereal on the gun, I ain't scratch it off, I just slide through. Then push the label on the Gotti like Ja Rule. Thought that was a fire bar. I love when he said birds clapping off the roof, Alonzo with the power rules. Remember in the movie The Training Day? That was Denzel Washington, his name was Alonzo. Remember how he clapped and the birds were fire, power rules are bloods. Okay, I love when he said, then push the label on the Gotti, and we talking about GEECHI GOTTI, like Ja Rule. But the other Gotti, Irv Gotti, which is, he had the label Murder Inc., and remember Ja Rule was his artist under him on Murder Inc. Next bar. His girl like, stop, don't y'all start with that. Shut up. Quarter with the machine like a laundry mat. ... Give him 5 rounds from 80. Party arty back. But that was fire. Now, when he said quarter with the machine like a laundry mat, you know how you put a quarter in the machine at the laundry mat? But he caught her. Quarter with the machine like a laundry mat. Okay, give him 5 rounds from 80, Party Arty back. Remember Party Arty? He died a few years ago, but he was a battle rapper. He was the first to battle Murder Mook in Harlem, and he had 5 rounds against Murder Mook. Now this next bar is a little line that I like. Fuck your little C's. I'll shoot your seed if you're Junior Mafia. I thought that was fire. Because we know C's meaning Crip. Geechii Gotti is Crip. But Little C's is an artist that used to be in Junior Mafia along with Kim and them. Thought that was fire. Next bar is the last bar in round 1. What up, Crippy? I get to clock in 60s like grind time. Headshot. They'll put your poo-poos on blind side. Stomach and knots. That's the definition of mob ties. Poo-poos, stomach, Y'all on, but y'all ain't really looking through the guidelines. This the mafia I'm setting up, an organized crime. So I thought that was kind of nice because, you know, Geechi Gotti, his last name is Gotti. So Gotti, you know, Gotti, the real Gotti, was a part of the organized mafia crime. So that was a nice little angle that he had. All right, then he had this Humpty Dumpty line that he stole from Daylight, so I didn't like that. But overall, he still had great haymaker bars, good performance, good animation, lots of energy, lots of confidence, and very, very entertaining. So I definitely had to give that first round to K-Shine. Geechi just wasn't as strong. His first round just was not as strong as K-Shine's first round. Now we're going to Gotti, Geechi Gotti round 2. What you niggas write together? Y'all be sitting on the couch sharing ideas like it's therapy. Judging off his last battle, my partner said that couldn't be Shine, because that was Eric B. So you know, we all know DNA's real name is Eric B. So I thought that was nice. Next bar. Nigga, speaking of blood, nigga, where you from? Y'all see how dude's stuttering? That's because he fake blood. He food coloring. I'm a Crip. Disrespect that on my mama, I'ma shoot you. I don't want to hear no blood call. Keep it neutral. I ain't saying shit but bad. I'd rather let the coroner swoop you. I'ma say that again. Nigga, speaking of blood, nigga, where's you from? Y'all see how dude stuttering? That's because he fake blood. He food coloring. I'm a Crip. Disrespect that on my mama, I'ma shoot you. I don't want to hear no blood call. I keep it neutral. I ain't saying shit but bad. I'd rather let the coroner swoop you. Thought that was fire. Now, a fake blood could be food coloring, fire. And you know, the coroner comes to pick up a dead body. And you know, they want to swoop you, meaning they have their sirens on, and they come and swoop, 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 and they come and get you. Next bar. You gonna shoot who? I got the heat that'll bang at his friend. It ain't a headshot because I'm aiming at a brim. Is this some gang shit or some rap shit? 3 shots would make a brim disappear. Bitch, that's a hat trick. So I thought that was nice. 3 shots would make the brim disappear, you know, the brim of the hat disappear, or make your brim, your head disappear. Next bar. Bitch, stop it. Your gang banging ain't like mine. Stop comparing it. My hood got history. All that OG beef, I inherited. Think surrogates. Even though it ain't mine, I'ma carry it. So you know what a surrogate mother is, a person who carries somebody else's baby, but it's somebody else's sperm and DNA that the person is carrying. So I like when he said, think surrogate, even though it ain't mine, I'ma carry it. Next bar. Niggas wanna talk all this gang shit when they don't even know the culture. These niggas only banging on pics like a Jordan poster. You know how Jordan be banging on that rim, so he's banging in pictures. Next bar. Talking tough till I show up with the clips and let it spray through. I could have just slapped Shine, but for all that spice, I'm smoking K2. But meaning he's smoking K2, meaning smoking K-Shine, or you could be smoking K2, which is a drug similar to marijuana that a lot of people in the army smoke, a lot of police officers smoke, only because it gets you high just like marijuana, and they cannot detect it in drug tests. So that's why they like to smoke that. Next bar. I'll have an eagle in your face, because I ain't into surprises. Got him staring at the desert so long, he think he's seeing mirages. So you know what a mirage is. When you could be looking at a picture or looking at something and it's like 3-dimensionals. There's all these different images will pop up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a, you know what a mirage is. Next bar. These niggas birth you. You they baby, K. Thought you was the killer, then they realized you getting killed. Oh, you crazy, K. So I thought that was nice. So in this round 2, he had some great bars. He turned up even more in this round. He had great performance, great stage presence. He did have a few dry spots. One of the dry spots was when he said a Chuck E. Cheese line that didn't land. But I knew where he was going, you know, because Chuck E. Cheese is a rat and you need coins to play the games at Chuck E. Cheese. So he said something about how niggas be in the drug game or whatever, but it's not until they rat you know, all they care about is the coins when they rap. Something like that he said, but he just didn't set it up right. He needed to set it up better. He didn't set it right, so it didn't land right. Okay, and in this round, Shine was talking through Geechee Gotti's round, but he turned up and he did really good in that round. Round 2 for Shine. Machete in his throat. Take out the little knife, but let the short stay like a telly with a hoe. Oh, you think it's a game? Till I'm on a celly with the bro and Bay Area, ready to make a hit with E40. Tell me when to go. So I thought that was nice. I like when he said, ready to make a hit with E40. Tell me when to go. Ready to make a hit with E, meaning his DNA, which is his real name is Eric E. Okay, with the 40, but he said E40, who was a rapper back in the 90s. Okay, he had a song, Tell Me When to Go. Thought that was fire bar. Next bar. Hospital bed. Jacked up in the ear like they dropped the cord. I'm in the other window. Tommy on the stairs like I got the drawers. Black! That shit making game statements. But you bloody when I blew. Nigga, we finna trade places. Thought that was fire because apparently K-Shine's supposed to be blood. Geechee is blue, which is Crip. Okay, so I like when he said, but you bloody and I'm blue, but he really meant B-L-E-W, meaning I blue. But it could be B-U-L-E, which is the color blue. Nigga, we finna trade places. So I thought that was fire, meaning that now I'm a Crip and now you a blood. So I thought that was fire. And I guess when he said Tommy on the stairs like I got the drawers, I guess he was talking about Tommy from the Power Show. I remember an episode he was on the stairs with his drawers on. Alright, so next bar. J-Back like, easy. We don't want you speeding through your rounds. What's all the fucking hype about? Nigga, this is Geechee versus Shine. He like, we need you on 10. Why? When I could beat him with a 9. Thought that was fire. Next bar. I let your son see you getting rocked. Miss your core. They took a half moon by a star. Singapore. Thought that was okay. You know, I know rock and core got to do with the earth. And I know Singapore, which is in Southeast Asia, is a large mass, a part of the earth. Okay? Which has the largest population of people. Next bar. Tell the homie sit back. I took his strap. I took his knife. I took his gap. I took his Nina. I took his Mac. Now everything is on me. I'm giving back. So I thought that was fire. The way he said it was kind of nice. Next bar. Tool in a sweater. I'm about to drop, cuz the chopper's out like grandma in the hot tub. Glock snub or the semi with the drum out. Denise on her first date. This shit'll take a clump out. Professor squeezing in the whip like the potion finna run out. So that's a nice little nutty professor scheme. Okay. I like when he said Denise on her first date. This shit will take a clump out. Okay. Professor squeezing in the whip. Now I remember a part in the movie where Nutty Professor was trying to squeeze in that car, or squeeze the whip. You know, which is a gun. You squeezing the pistol, the whip, like the potion finna run out. Remember in the movie, sometimes he had to hurry up and go back to his lab because if that potion ran out, he'll transform back into Eddie Murphy, you know, the other character. Next bar. There's been times I aimed for a noggin and heard I pushed a nigga's gut in. Like, how I do that? Fuck it. He can think on an empty stomach. So I thought that was kind of funny, kind of nice. Alright, so he did have good bars, but some were kind of elementary. You know, he had a lot of filler. He had a lot of gas from his people, from his NWX crowd. They were gassing a lot of his bars that wasn't all that. And he choked at the end of this second round. Now, in this round, he was acting and reminding me so much of Twerk. Okay, his flow was like Twerk. His voice was like Twerk. Even the way his arms, like how Twerk, you know, spit his bars. You know how Twerk always do this? He was even doing that. Okay, he lost a lot of his breath and he lost energy, but he did have lots of energy in animation. But one thing I didn't like is the fact that he just reminded me too much of Twerk. Okay, so that second round, I had to definitely give that second round to Geechee Gotti. Now we're going to round 3. Geechee Gotti comes next. My partner had a baby. He said his daughter changed his life full throttle. First word she learned, was how to ask for a bottle. That nigga dead now. Man, when the good die, those be the worst ones. The last words he heard was pow, pow. Sound just like his daughter's first ones. Let me say that again. My partner had a baby. He said his daughter changed his life full throttle. First words she learned was how to ask for a bottle. That nigga dead now. Man, when the good die, those be the worst ones. The last words he heard was bow, bow. Sounds just like his daughter's first ones. So I thought that was very heartfelt. That really gave me goosebumps. That was such a clever bar. Because you know when he said pow, pow, but the daughter said bah, bah, because she's asking for a bottle. So I thought that was so creative. Very, very haymaker bar for me. Next bar. I'm one of the realest niggas in this shit. I demand that strike. My partner got an L, then they charged him with another body. Yeah, I said that right. Cause ain't never coming home. But somehow he got a second chance of life. So I thought that was fire. I'm saying it again. I'm one of the realest niggas in this shit. I demand that strike. My partner got an L, then they charged him with another body. Yeah, I said that right. Cuz ain't never coming home. But somehow he got a second chance at life. So I thought that was fire because, you know, he's saying that this guy is never coming home because he's in prison, okay? But somehow he got a second chance at life. And that means that he got a second chance at life because if he was still in the hood, most likely he would have died. Okay, so being that he's in prison, it kind of saved his life, and now he got a second chance of life. I thought that was so creative and fire the way he came up with that bar. Those are two haymaker bars to me, back to back. Now, next one. So much anger inside. It's hard for me to smile. I never had a job. All I did was rob. The closest I came to a briefcase was a speedy trial. So I thought that was fire. He's saying I never had a job, never had to carry a briefcase to go to the job, but the closest I came to a briefcase was a speedy trial, meaning the lawyers have their briefcase at the trial. Fire. Next bar. I chopped the beginning, ... I'm from a hood where the wrong word will get your face stuck. In school, teacher looked at me, said, I don't see nothing special. That's because I had the 38 tucked. Thought that was fire. You know a special 38 is a gun. Okay, so I thought that was nice. Next bar. Junkie steady knocking on the front door. Nigga, I done seen foreheads on the same rock like Mount Rushmore. I thought that was a fire bar. I chopped that one up, but that was fire. We know Mount Rushmore is those 4 big rocks that has the dead presidents' faces on it, which is Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, okay, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson. So that was a nice bar. Next bar. My partner just lost in trial. I seen his mom. She had tears in her eyes. That pain really caused her smile. She said, Gotti, you'll never understand until you lost a child. She spent all her money buying him a lawyer. Judge still gave him an L. Bet she wished she would have bought him a vowel. I thought that was fire. You know, L is a consonant. The opposite of a consonant is a vowel. And you know how on Wheel of Fortune they be like, I want to buy a vowel. Okay, which is A-E-I-O-U. Sometimes Y. Okay, or a vowel could be a drug, LSD drug or ecstasy drug. So it could go either way. I thought that was very fire. He had a lot of haymakers in this round. Nigga, what? We rep the game until our last breath is gone. We even put the hood on the tool. That's our definition of set in stone. I thought that was fire. The tools. Next bar. My partner was 15 when he took his time. He just made a mistake. I said, little dog, use your time to change your life and sharpen your tools. That little nigga made him ashamed. He ain't never even been out with a bitch. We wasn't tripping. At least the judge gave him a date. Thought that was fire, because he basically saying his little man who was 15, you know, got time in prison. He tried to, you know, school him. He tried to, you know, give him some advice, basically saying, you know, change your life, sharpen your tools. But he means sharpen your mind, read books and stuff. But the 15-year-old took it as, I need to sharpen my tool. I need to get a shank. Okay, so then he goes, this guy never been out with a girl. Okay, but we wasn't tripping. At least the judge gave him a date. Fire! At least the judge gave him a date, but the real date the judge gave him is 15 to life or something like that. But it was just fire how, you know, he did that. Fire. Last bar in this third round. Now he's talking about A-Ward. And y'all gay, because all of a sudden he a gangbanger and y'all believe him? Check his old battles. We didn't see none of that blood shit coming out. He must have been internally bleeding. Thought that was fire. Basically saying A-Ward is now a blood. His old battles, he was always a Christian battler. Okay, maybe we didn't see that blood shit coming out. Maybe it was internally bleeding. So I thought that was fire. So this last round was so great. It had a lot of haymakers in this round. His bars were so heartfelt to me. Gave me goosebumps. They were hood stories, real and gutter street pain kind of bars. You know, he had a lot of great passion in them bars, believability, stage presence, and he just had some real talk bars, like them real talk shit bars, which everybody appreciates. You know, so now we go into K-Shine round 3. Man, this nigga said he got shot by accident at a party, ... If a nigga would have shot me by accident at a party, ... Niggas would have been bouncing with the bouncers, running like a relay, breaking with the dancers. I would have been cutting like a DJ. Niggas in the section like, he fucking up my B-Day. So that was a little party scheme that he had. It was okay. Next bar. Only way I would have went back to the party, babe, is to shoot a buster in the club like Pastor Cavassier. Now, I thought that was fire. That was a nice bar because, you know, Busta Rhymes is a rapper. Okay, he had the song Pastor Cavassier. Pastor Cavassier. So I like when he said the only way he would have went back to that party, babe, is to shoot a buster in the club. Pastor Cavassier. Next bar. But every day you out here putting shells in your clip, looking at all these hammer crimes with your guys, but they the only ones getting nailed for the shit, ... Murder in every story. I'm sick and tired of it. All these tales from the crypt. So I thought that was also fire, Tales from the Crypt. But even though Tales from the Crypt is spelled Crypt, C-R-Y-P-T, he meant Crypt as C-R-I-P, which is the gang Crypt. I thought that was fire. Next bar. At 16, I had my first crack charge. By 17, I was caged in. 20 large off of hard. Mama ain't approved. Wouldn't even let me pay rent. They offered me a nickel for some dimes. And some dimes for the nickel. I said, this shit don't make sense. I thought that was another fire bar. Okay, I love when he said, you know, that was like a nice real talk bar. Kind of something that GEECHI Gotti do. Okay, he said 16 got his first charge, 17 he was caged in, meaning he was locked up, 20 large off of hard, meaning 20 grams or 20, you know, of crack cocaine. Mama didn't approve, wouldn't even let me pay rent, and you know how a lot of mothers are like that. If you in the drug game, they feel like that's drug money. They don't want no part of that drug money because it gives off a lot of bad luck. Okay, then he goes, they offered me a nickel for some dimes, meaning they offered me 5 years. Nickel was 5 for some dimes, meaning dime bags of crack or whatever, and some dime for the nickel. And some dimes for the nickel, meaning 10 years for the nickel of crack cocaine he had. I said, this shit don't make sense. But, you know, it don't make sense, or sense could be C-E-N-T-S because we're talking about nickels and dimes. So I thought that was a nice bar. Next bar. This was another heartfelt, real talk bar that I like. Nigga, I stuck with battle rap for my kids. So before I let the 8 spin, I think, if I raise this gun, who gonna raise them? For that, I've been killing y'all niggas all year. My second half, Smack gotta pay 10. So Gotti can't talk none of that mafia shit to made men. So I thought that was fire. Self-explanatory. Next bar. For $1 grand, the gun go bow. That's a drum line. 1 band, 1 sound. He in the hospital. 1 dead, 1 down. Kicking with the Dukes, Luke Kane, Kun Lao. Nigga, cool down. Or lay down here, new nails. Rush hours. Push the goddamn button. June towel. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I like when you said, or lay down here, new nails, because new nails got the hair. Okay. You know, he talking about he had a rush hour scheme. That's basically a rush hour scheme. At the end, remember when Jim Tao pressed the button? He tried to press the button to blow up the place. Next bar. Revolver spinning. Nah. This time I whip him. He get a butt out the situation. Mind your business. I palm the biscuit. He's seeking until I find a victim and take the censors off. This non-explicit. Thought that was pretty nice. You know, he said revolver spinning, meaning the gun is spinning, but this time he whip him, meaning he'll gun butt him or whip him with the gun. He get a butt out the situation, mind your business. You know, I say butt out the situation, mind your business. I palm the biscuit, meaning the gun, heat seeking until I find a victim and take the censors off. This non-explicit. Last bar in this round. My mind twisted, light bulb in the ceiling. I'm screwed up, your Jews plus. I get to booking slime, Goosebumps. I thought that was fire. You know, Goosebumps is a book, and in the book it has the green slime in it, which is the monster blood that can be magical. So, you know, he kept going and going, you know, so he did. This was a pretty good round for him. He had good bars, but to me, they wasn't as good as Geechii Gotti's in his third round. To me, Geechii Gotti had better haymaker bars, better real talk bars. Okay, K-Shine had good stage presence, good performance. He still sounded like Twerk to me. Okay, and some of his bars were gas, like the LeBron Olympics bar. Like really, that was really gas from people in the crowd, from his crew. Alright, so that third round, I definitely had to give it to Geechii Gotti. I give Geechii Gotti the second and the third round, and I give K-Shine only the first round. But I must say, it was still a close battle. It was still a good battle, still a close battle, okay? It's just that Shine sounded too much like Twerk. Shine also choked towards the second round, okay? And Shine's bars, his material just wasn't as good to me as Geechii Gotti's material. Now, I'm seeing a lot of things online. You know, one thing that I really don't like is that people are not respecting other people's opinions in battle rap. Battle rap is an opinionated sport, okay? It's opinionated. You know, it's no judges really. It's not no judge battles. So people can feel whoever they feel who won, that's their opinion. And nobody should be crucified for their opinion, criticized for their opinion, or be talked down upon, or be, you know, people shouldn't be calling them names. Just like you feel a certain person won, okay, that's cool. I'm not mad at you. If y'all feel like K-Shine won, I'm not mad at you because it was a close battle to me. Okay, but respect my opinion is all that I ask. Respect my opinion. It's okay to agree to disagree, okay? But don't get mad at the next person just because that person didn't agree with you, okay? We're not doing that. I don't like people like that. That's like a narcissist type of person, okay? And I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody because I'm beginning in my comments with the Loso versus Chef Trez battle. Somebody had commented, oh, you just don't understand advanced bars. No, I understand bars. I decipher bars. That's what I do. That's my lane as a blogger. So you know I know bars. Okay, it wasn't nothing like that. Chef Trez was just better in that battle. Or at least 2 or 3 rounds. I got to see it again. I only saw it one time. Okay, but respect my opinion. Just like my opinion holds a lot of weight, just like other people's opinions. All right, so that's all I gotta say. I give it to Geechii Gotti, second and third round, and I'll be back next time with my next bar for bar recap. Y'all have a good day, and later.